Too
can't
old
figure
niggas,
shit out.
too old niggas still can't figure
three,
out technology, nigga.
three can't figure shit out, and I don't be caring until just now because I got my new Dipset shirt. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
You know what I mean? I got my Dipset shirt, and I can't
Yeah, dude.
figure out. I was like, damn, I'd like to see it on the screen. And it's like y'all playing for millions of dollars every year. Y'all trying to like turn an ankle playing flag football against like some Brazilian cat who's trying to fucking, you know what I mean? Like y'all wild.
Yeah, and it, turn your ankle is the correct term because these flag football moves these boys got. And I play flag football, and I said these boys because I ain't got them moves, boy. But like I said, we talking about rap. What you got on? What's on the docket today?
Few things, things that I don't even owe it too much want to talk about because it seems like there's just been so much bullshit. One thing I was excited to talk about when we didn't do our episode last week was 50's responses to Ti, because we spent a good bit of time talking about how whack this battle was, and why was it whack? It was whack because one side wasn't engaging. It was whack because I kind of made my own statement about how like 50 never really been nice like that, which yo man, the new music that he's been putting out, I've been very very happy to be like, hey, I might be wrong on this, you know what I'm saying? Or not even, I'm not even trying to rewrite history, but like he sounds good, you know what I'm saying? Like the so he has the one with Max B, and he has the power anthem with Leon, is it Leon Thomas? That's his name?
And then Thomas on it.
Yeah, that's the cat,
Okay.
right? The one, yeah, the mutt dude.
Yeah.
So they made a new theme for Power, and Leon Thomas is on it, and he sounds like he's giving smoke to Ti, and it sounds incredible. Like it
Mm.
sounds like a real record. Basically, he blew anything that Ti did out of the water with like two songs essentially, and it wasn't like he went out of his way to like make full on diss records. It was just more like, all right, I'm gonna come outside, I'm rapping, and the shit that you hear me rapping about, like you know who I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And the Leon Thomas song is actually just like a good song, and it's the theme song to Power. So they tried to make a real record, and the shit sounds pretty dope, and
That bitch
everybody
gonna
was
ring
like,
off. That bitch gonna ring off for him.
it's already been ringing off, yeah. And people were like, so you didn't hear it?
No, bro.
It's yeah, it's
This is
already
one thing I tell you, dog. One thing about this show, a lot of songs come out, a lot of music come out. If I kind of don't like them,
yeah.
like my co-host got it. We're good.
It's
He'll
true.
go.
I feel you. I feel you because like I can't listen to. I'm also trying to not be like you always say, not trying to not be a podcast nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
that's a convo I want to have. I don't know if it's gonna be today because I definitely want to get to this list, but credentials. I want to have a convo about credentials for two reasons. For two reasons.
This shit that Ebro said.
Yeah, I heard that, and but mind you, I heard it on the Ebro show, so I got it.
You got the
I got it
context,
from there. I got the contest, but I got it from their view also.
right?
But I really just want to talk about our credentials, so to say, and
Mm.
not even on some bragging shit. Just why we feel like we talk about music the way we do. Because I don't think either one of us feel like we just want you to listen to us because of what we've done in music. It's just the fact that we enjoy music, so y'all want to listen to us. It's more like that. I think that's another
We
reason why the
we've
question
never
mark about that.
even we've never even spoken on what we've done in music actually, and I so I'm sure you didn't even ask the question yet, but however many episodes we've done, I think two things are clear. One, I'm in love with this shit, and I love music. You know what I'm saying? And two, like I'm not, are we of this, right? Like I think that's pretty clear. I would hope that people could watch this shit and know that, like, to not to get too quick to the Jack Harlow shit, but like Jack Harlow, the Hot 97 episode where he didn't know the Brandy records. It wasn't just the Brandy record. It wasn't just that he didn't know who Brandy was. He didn't know nothing that they was playing, and it was like one of those first things that was like, is he just young, or does he just not know, or is he just not of the culture? And
And it's
and I
funny
don't,
because I tend to give people a pass for their age,
right.
which I guess you really can't or shouldn't do because there's a lot of music that you just knew of people that were dead when you know what I mean? Like it's just a
Right.
lot of people like a lot of music you just happen to know of because it's of your culture, so to say.
I know music. that's before my era. And I
Yeah.
know the music that's before my era not because anybody told me to go listen to it. Um, it started with me realizing how much shit was sampled,
Mm,
and then then it was Soul Town, the Sirius XM station
mm.
that plays nothing but Motown and old school soul, and then I started to like fall in love with that shit because I was hearing all the samples, and then I started to like the original records more than the samples, and then I went, and then as soon as I got an iPod and iTunes, then I went and just started researching them. So I did that shit because I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I started realizing that, oh, this is the shit my parents was playing.
Mm.
So I do this shit because I love it. And so when we talk about, credentials, there is no credentials for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was, academics wouldn't be a multimillionaire. Academics is who he is because he's a fucking clown. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and there's a lot of niggas that's clowns. Like who's the dude, the light skinned black cat with the glasses that got the pod now? Is it Ray something? Ray Cash? What's his name?
Not Ray Cash, the old rapper, right?
Okay, Ray Cash is my bad. It's
Okay,
not
no, so
him.
not don't
I
not my dude.
My bad. No, 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 no. But like the dude, I heard one of these podcast niggas, and he's like a big podcast. I think he was on Joe Budden's pod,
Mm.
and he said on his own podcast how Jay-Z taught him more about success than his own daddy. And he was like, and I love my dad, but Jay-Z taught me. I was like,
There's so many contradicted statements.
I was just
It's weird.
uncomfortable. Like even if that was true, because I know your dad.
Yeah.
I like anytime I see your dad, he's like he got like a permanent smile on his face. He's just like the nicest. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like happy to shake his
Hearing
hand and
people
shit.
explain my dad with a permanent smile was like so foreign to me because this nigga didn't smile when I was growing up, and I was part of the reason why. But still, my nigga, it's like this is hilarious.
He's mad cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody to be like, yo, blah blah blah, more than my dad, and you talking about Jay Z, it's like, are you out of your fucking mind,
I
bro?
mean, but at the same time, not to jump on that, but I
Nah,
mean,
go
because
ahead.
you hear the statement a lot about LeBron also, as far as the
Yeah,
influence they've had on people because that's what they see. So that the only thing that was weird about that statement was the fact that the dude said, "And I have a dad, and I love my dad." That's one thing that really caught me off guard because sadly enough, we idolize the wrong people too often.
and this dude is a whole ass adult. Like he don't look like he's my age, but he's definitely in his 30s or 40s. And like, here's my thing: it's like, how do you define success?
Mm.
If you're saying that Jay-Z taught you more about success than your own dad, then that means you must only understand one kind of success. Because Jay-Z got a lot of failures in his personal life that he's told you about in his music, and probably even more than anybody will ever know because you don't know him as an individual. But you sure know your goddamn daddy as an individual.
And if he's in your age bracket and his dad, I can say got him to the age bracket, but your dad's successful as fuck. What are we talking about here?
How do you success is only what,
Monetary.
being good at rap and monetary and doing, like, you, I feel bad for you if Jay-Z taught you more, if all you learned about success is what Jay-Z taught you and not what your dad taught you. So that shit was wild to me. And so I say that to say, um there is no credentials out here. People can say whatever the fuck they want. I understand what Ebro said. I heard a clip. I didn't hear the whole show. So I didn't get all the context. And I love Ebro and he's a smart dude, but he's always he be off base a lot of times too.
But
And
at the
so
same
like
time, they need to hire me because I be defending this nigga too much. At the same time, they did show that was just a clip. You know what I mean? It was a clip. It was funny. It was a clip that came from their argument about your boy not having a classic album. And the fact that,
Drake.
yeah, and the
Okay.
fact that most Drake fans can't agree themselves on what's a classic album. But more so
Right.
the fact that classic albums are like stuff that we don't really have to argue about. It was just stamped in. That's what it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of how that whole combo came up. But like I said, they showed the reply from Rory and Maul,
Right.
which was very good as far as the fact that he felt
It
like
was a good response.
the
It was a good
customers
response.
are the main are the real
My
main
favorite thing that
drivers.
Rory said is that we are the least important part of this process.
Yeah,
Rory is a lot smarter than people give him credit for.
I'm learning that.
And a big part of it is because he's white. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, which we'll get into the Jack Harlow shit in a minute. Like, he's real smart. He has a lot of interesting industry insight because he's in the industry. And that was the most important thing that he said. It's like, have some humility, bro,
Mm.
about this. You're not the musician and you're not the fan. You know what I mean? Like let's be real about that for a second. You know, so I really appreciated that he said that. What is the full context of what Ebro was trying to say?
Um, I forgot. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I ain't gonna hold you. When
It
you put me
wasn't
on the
on. It
spot,
wasn't on the agenda.
I'm like, shit. Do I even know? I mean, like it was it's basically like what I said. He
I'm
talked a little.
waiting. You can
He
shoot him
talked
some
about
bail.
his credentials, as far as the fact that he's been doing it a long time, but
Yeah.
more about the fact that it came from a clip,
Hmm.
and then Peter kind of interjected, and they went on a whole just tirade about the fact that we do this because we want to, and
Hmm.
then they showed the Roy and Mars joint. So the convo just went a whole bunch of places. It's more about the fact that what I mean. I just enjoy talking about rap,
There you go.
but he did say that the media is important when it comes to talking about like what's important, and the fact that he's had his hands on a lot of stuff that really got stuff done. And then he got into the whole Nori jumping on there talking about
The New
Rosenberg.
York shit. Yeah,
No,
that
no,
shit
no.
was funny.
About Rosenberg being mad about the fact, New York
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
hilarious to me.
That shit was funny.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna say so again. I guess where I would land on that is that Ebro is right. Like he's a legend out here, and he's had his hands on a lot of shit. He had a lot to do with building up Hot 97 to where it was, and I respect everything about his grind and at Apple and all that stuff. But you do have to humble yourself at the end of the day. We do get to have an opinion, and we're not going to stamp your opinion as more important than ours because you're Ebro. Like that's just not how it works. You gotta, rent's due every day out here, and that's the same for. If that's the same bar for hip hop artists, then why is that different for you? Like everybody has Pro Tools at home, and if a kid goes home and makes a fucking beatbox and says, hey bitch," and that's the hook, and that shit goes viral and blows the fuck up, like, does Jay-Z get to go, "Hey man, I'm Jay-Z. Like my song is out now. Nobody's listening to it. Y'all need to
But
listen to me because I'm
but
Jay-Z."
I feel
That's not
like
how it works. Reds do every day, and
but that's the
if somebody
slippery
blows, they blow.
that's the slippery slope of credentials and who could talk about music that I kind of agree with because people say we don't need gatekeeping, but I don't need. I don't need.
In a perfect world, the gatekeeping would be in such a way that quality would win out over quantity, and that
But we
trash
kind of had that
wouldn't.
though. We had that at one point.
We did, but it's over. You know what I'm saying? But that obviously that era is gone. And as much as if you're gonna ask me which way I would want to have it or which way I would advocate for it if we had some control over this shit, you know what side of the fence I would fall on. But at the end of the day, like we don't have that anymore. You know what I mean? The internet and technology has made it such that everybody can come out here and do what they want to do and say what they want to say, and the people get to decide. And that's the same thing with entertainment too, by the way. My children do not watch Netflix, HBO Max, and whatever else. My children watch YouTube with TikTok shorts all day long. You know what I'm saying? So it's we're all competing for the same set of eyes, and it's the wild wild west now. And if that bothers you, I understand and I agree with you. I would agree with everything that Ebro said. But at the end of the day, that's just not how it works. If we blow up, me and you, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is them talking about rap niggas? They not nobody." It's like, yo, at the end of the day, the people decide. It's and yes, we could talk about our credentials, and if me and you was in, you know what I'm saying, and if I sat here and tried to act like I got more credentials than Ebro, I'd be wrong. But ultimately, that doesn't mean anything if Spotify wants to throw us a few $1 million to do a show. If we on, and that is our credential. Our credential is the people said so, and academics' credentials is the people said so. As much as that irritates me, and as much as I wish that he didn't have that role, there's a whole bunch of people like them that their credentials is the people said so, and we just all got to live with that. We're all competing for the same eyes with the same 24 hours, and there's no more gatekeeping, and we just got to come out here and show people why they should fuck with you and why they shouldn't fuck with everybody else. So at the end of the day.
I have no argument for that, my guy.
So okay, the Jack Harlow shit. Did you listen to the Jack Harlow record? No, right. I listened to it. It came out last Friday. I listened to it when I was at the gym. So I realized that like I wasn't listening to a lot of the bars when I was like halfway through it because one, when I be at the gym, I just whatever comes to me comes to me. But also like the music was so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the beats, the music was so dope that I just kind of let it. It was just a nice. It was a vibe for me. So I would say I'm not all the way through like dissecting what he's actually saying. But in fairness to me, like I don't really do a whole lot. I wouldn't necessarily do that with a Jack Harlow record. Like I don't know, he don't necessarily get to me like that. But I don't know that that's what.
What made you want to listen to what made you want to listen to the album? Was it the convo? Did you already fuck with Jack Harlow? Did it already just come on? What?
Yeah, it was everybody shitting on it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was shitting on it, and I think that like I tried to listen to the last album, not the last album, the one before that he had Drake on it, because he had the big single with the Fergie sample, and then he had the one with Drake on it. And when I listened to him next to Drake, like Drake punished him on that like joint. Like it sounded like he was trying to do a Drake impersonation, but then he did it next to the actual Drake, and Drake punished him on that Churchill Downs record. And so I got through it. I was like, okay, he not really like that for me. Like as far as a lyricist, he not really like that for me. But cool. But he has a joint on an album that he made called Jack, and the Jack joint, it felt like it wasn't really heavily promoted. It was just like I'm just putting out this for the streets or whatever for the streets. Jackman, it was called Jackman, and Jackman has a song called "Blame on Me,"
Mm,
and Blame on Me brings me to tears a lot,
mm,
more than once. And Blame on Me is about him talking to his older brother. And then Blame on Me is also, then there's another verse where he's talking to his younger brother. And so I can't tell if he has one brother and he's just rapping to both perspectives, but it's basically an older brother talking to the younger brother and the younger brother talking to the older brother.
mm,
And then the third verse is one of the brothers, is him talking to his dad. Um, my children, my two girls, didn't get along for a good few years already. They 13 and 10 now. They didn't get along for while that shit came out.
mm,
So I played that shit for them separately. And both kids understood what was happening in the song, and they understood why I asked them to play it.
mm,
And it hit them. And it hit me
mm,
because it was very painful for me to watch essentially my oldest daughter make things really difficult for my youngest daughter. And my youngest daughter only wanted to have like, it's like, how come my sister's not my friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love her and I just want to be her friend. I just want her to be my friend. And so hearing that Blame on Me shit, I was like, you know what? Jack Harlow does have some shit. He
mm.
has some content here. And so I've always kind of respected him, right? And so I don't think Jack Harlow's whack. You know what I'm saying? Like the What's Poppin' record, like he has bars on that shit. Like he has bars. He's not whack. Like he might not be for everybody. He's a white kid who's 20 years younger than me. So maybe he's not for everybody,
It's
but he's
funny
not
because
garbage.
I'm keeping my mouth shut because I say this too often about regular old white rappers, so I'm just gonna keep my
Because
mouth
you
shut.
love white rappers.
But
Yeah.
but I do agree. Like he's not a whack. It's so many
He's
whack
not,
rappers.
man.
It's so many whack rappers out here. He is not one of
He
them.
is not the
Definitely.
problem, man. And
Yeah.
and and so I say that to say I went into this with an open mind, maybe more so than others, because I've heard Jack Harlow in his bag. And I think that Jack Harlow has a valid perspective. And I think that if Jack Harlow wanted to make a R&B record rapping about bitches, then then I'm glad he did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he did it. I liked here clip this. I liked the fucking album. I liked it. I liked it. I enjoyed listening to it. Did I listen to all the bars? Not necessarily, but I only listened to it through it once. I'll get a little bit into it, but I liked it. The music was there. It's dope music, and it's I think it's him genuinely being sincere. You know what I'm saying? And so did you see the clip of the interview where he said I got blacker? Did you see that?
Again, I'm very trash at this to be a podcaster. I really
Nah. It's
I
all good
really
if you didn't see it.
no
I
no no.
just
I
want to know
really
how much I
bring
need to frame it.
no. I really bring a lot of my sources from other podcasts and
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
one podcast. So yes, I
Right.
heard about it on the Ebro show.
But see, okay. So he was interviewed by the New York Times music critics, John Caramanica and another cat, and they're both white. John Caramanica is an incredible music critic. First of all, I don't give a fuck what ethnicity John Caramanica is. John Caramanica went to Harvard. He's a brilliant cat. He's from New York City. Like he's one of these New York City white cats that's been from the city, ain't never leaving the city. That type of guy. He's really, really smart, and he's well read when it comes to music. He knows, or he's a real music critic, like movie critics. You know what I'm saying? And they asked him a very valid question. The question was, when you see, and they didn't, I don't know if they said Post Malone's name,
Mm.
but they said when you see white rappers like Post Malone and MGK that had a certain level of success making black music, and then they decided to start making white music, to start accessing their white privilege to make white music, and then they blew the fuck up. Like MGK was a middling rapper, and he became a pop star because he started making this really trash pop music. His pop music is ass. And then Post Malone, who was already a star, decided that he didn't like hip hop music anymore, and now he's a full on. I don't know what the fuck that nigga is, but it's a lot of country, and when you see him performing, he looks like a fake Mick Jagger and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's almost no hip hop left to his swagger, his music, his personality, or anything. And so they asked him, "You could have went in that direction, but you went a different direction." And they were trying to articulate what that direction was without saying white or black. And Jack Harlow said, "I like black music." He said, "I made this album because," he's like, "I've made what my ears want to hear. I love black music. I love black culture." And he said, "I went blacker," is what he said. And yes, everybody clipped that. And yes, was that a poor way to articulate what he
No,
meant? Sure.
right.
Go ahead.
We're not gonna give this nigga too much. We're not gonna give this nigga too much time. We're not gonna act like you're playing in our face and just we're gonna let this happen. Like it's simple as that. As simple as that to me. Like you're not gonna say that. It's so many. You're articulate enough to say anything besides "I got blacker," and you can stop playing in our face with the word Monica. After those two things, I have no interest in listening to the album,
Do people really, y'all really think that?
even though before this, I would have checked out Jack Harlow album because the dude ain't rapped.
That's what Rosenberg said.
This
Yeah,
right here
that's
is
what
like,
Rosenberg said.
this right here is like, I don't know why I was wasting my time on this guy in the first place. Like I
So
can't.
we really running with the Monica is my nigga shit. Like I think he has a little bit more respect for black people than to secretly
That
say my nigga.
if you had
I don't think
any,
he would have said that.
if you had any bit of respect, there's so many other artists you could have named this after.
Hmm.
There's so many other words you could have said besides that. There's
Like
no other
Jasmine,
like
like Jasmine
there's nothing.
or
You could have named it
Felicia.
Brand. You could have named it Brandy on some funny shit. But you
Yeah,
went
yeah,
with
yeah.
Monica, knowing Monica means something else. Like it just
I
don't
I
say.
never knew, and
My
maybe
point
that went
exactly.
over my head because
My
I
point.
never knew that.
I never knew either till now.
Yeah.
I never knew about the joke. I never knew about the comedian who made the joke. I never
Hmm.
knew about any of this until you brought it into my view.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm good. Like there's plenty other white rappers I can go find. I'm pretty sure I'm good. I can
Yeah, yeah,
scratch this
yeah.
one off, man.
I think so. I think the question that he was asked was a good question, and I'm glad they asked it. And I liked his response. His response was, "No, like I'm not trying to like access my white privilege. I'm not trying to make white records so that I could sell more
I
records.
have no problem with anything he said
You know what I
besides
mean?
I got
I
black.
got
Like you could
blacker."
have said
Yeah.
anything else besides that, bro.
And it was a poor way to articulate what he meant, and I
He
think
did
it
what
was a little bit of a
he did what my boy did. I don't know if we'll get to that convo, but he did what my boy tends to do.
who?
You're smart. You know what you're saying.
Oh, LaRussell. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we getting right to that. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like he could have. It's like, hey, bro, you're about to do a rollout. Like they're gonna ask you certain shit. maybe media train him a little bit. Maybe stay away from this, say this, don't say that. So I'm not trying to give him a pass on saying I got blacker, but I saw the interview, like not the whole thing, but like I saw like enough of it to understand the conversation, and I just think it's unfortunate that he chose that way to describe it because I think what he's saying is valid, and as a hip hop fan, as as a Puerto Rican hip hop fan, I appreciate him not be. I appreciate him being like, nah, I'm not trying to make more white music. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like I'm not fucking with that. Like that shit is whack. And I appreciate that somebody said it. I appreciate that a rapper said it. That a white rapper said, yeah, them niggas really do like making more white shit. And you know what? I'm not doing that shit because I don't care that I'm white. I'm a hip hop artist. I like making hip hop music, and I made an homage to a genre of music that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And there was a bunch of blog posts or IG posts with him and his two black homeboys talking about the album, and he was talking about how much he loves black women and shit like that. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there was just not like how he loves, as in like like he
I'm saying, but
like how we love black women.
you're
You know what I
already
mean?
stepping in muddy waters. Don't say
It
something
was
just to be.
Yeah, they was just sitting around having conversations about how he thinks black women are sexy and how he bags a lot of black chicks. Is basically what he was saying. And,
That doesn't help out. I'm
no,
about
I
to say
guess
that.
not.
That doesn't help
But
out.
whatever. Like bro, I lost my virginity to a black woman, so I'm hearing him saying all that shit, and I'm like yeah, like I appreciate the authenticity and the thing with or at least like I feel like if it's one thing that this wasn't, it just wasn't fake. And if you're gonna
That's the
get if he's
problem
gonna
there. I think that to me that's the problem there.
what
I feel like you choosing the words "I got blacker" wasn't fake.
No, no,
I feel
no.
like you choosing the album
I mean
honestly.
him choosing to make this album and him having this sentiment and saying, "Yo, man, I just love black culture, man. Like that's why I'm doing this." Like I just feel like that's not fake. Like I feel like that's just him being like, "Yo." I always talk about the Malibu's Most Wanted shit when the whole point of Malibu's Most Wanted was they was trying to peel the blackness off of him and be like, yo, but you're actually a white boy. And then at the end of the movie, you realize like, yeah, he's a white dude, but that's just genuinely who he is, right? It's like that's what I got from all this. Is like, is this
And
felt sincere? He just
that's
didn't
the
land the plane.
but
He
that's the
just
thing
said one
about it.
thing. Had he not said that one thing, do we
But
think
that's
that
the
he,
thing
you know what I
about
mean?
it. Things I hang with through football. I have a good amount of white friends
Yeah,
who are naturally just cool that I rock with.
right.
And I also know some white folks who look like they're putting a lot of effort into trying to be cool.
Yeah, and it's like you
And
don't
this
have to do this.
and
Yeah,
this is kind of how this comes off.
I
Like
feel you.
before this point, I would say I didn't feel like that about that. But like
Hmm.
OT feels genuine. Marlon
Correct.
Craft seems genuine.
Correct.
Jack, you don't seem genuine. Like when it was just Kentucky type shit, like you
Yeah.
seem genuine as shit. But now this Monica joke with the hat and all this stuff, like it just doesn't seem genuine, bro. It don't.
Yeah.
And I
And
didn't think like this before. You put the nail in the coffin. You put the nail in the coffin. I didn't feel like this before this convo or hearing about it on
well,
either
it
one
got
of
to be
your
talked about, man. I think it got to be talked. It got to be talked about.
I
I,
love
you
it.
know, I understand why he's taken the L that he's taken, but I'm personally not gonna be the one to nail that coffin in him. First of all, because I think everybody else has done it, but like people have gone, the internet response to him has gone way the other way. Like I seen the one dude that was like, "Yo, white people don't rap. That's not something that white people do, and white people shouldn't do it." I was just like, "All right, man." All right, bro, enough. Like, let me out. Let me out. Like this, the idea that white people shouldn't rap because they're white or that they can't rap. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, I ain't got time
I,
for that.
I'm good with this conversation now. Like the memes have been funny. He got
Hilarious.
roasted and this should be a very nice, instructive lesson to not just white people, but to anybody that if you say the wrong shit on the internet in 2026, shit could go left for you. And let this
It's
be a lesson to
always been
everybody.
like that. It's always been
Bro, but
like that.
I feel like this is like I feel like this is a whole nother thing.
The rebuttals come out so much faster, dog.
Oh man, all the album covers with him.
Too much.
It's just
Did you
been
hear Ebro call him Michael McDowell?
No,
Bro,
no. Michael McDowell, like McDowell's. That's a good one.
Real quick though, ain't nothing changed. Y'all know the motto right here. Support your own, cuz support is important. So real quick though.
Hey, when you gonna get me some gear? I mean, I mean, you
talk to me.
gotta.
What you need, man? Size the color. Let me know something.
Hold up 1 second. If you're rocking with what we're building over here, you can wear it too. Now I'm talking about merch out now. Tees, shooting shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. Just a way to say you know what we're talking about. Now I'm talking about. Link in the bio. Support what supports the convo. But let's get back to it.
I like the one you had on. That was
Black
pretty.
and
That's
gold.
pretty. Go ahead and get that extra large. Let me know what the cost. I'll go ahead and
I got
buy
you.
a couple.
Bet that. I got you.
Real quick, before we get back to the music, we love rap combos, but now Talm Bout is really built off Talm Bout flag. With that being said, we got 4 for 10s dropping there Wednesday. Real flag combos, stories from the field, culture talk, all that. So when this episode's done, go tap into that side too. All right, back to the music. Now Talm Bout.
Before we get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
because I really want to do this because I
Yes,
had
this
fun making
is
this
fun.
list.
Yes, this is fun.
Like I have fun sending you my list by accident and
Yeah.
then telling you I'm not using that list and you being
That was
like,
funny.
nah, it's cool. And I'm like, nah, nigga, this is more fun. I'm gonna find more, nigga. Go ahead and break down what the list is though. My bad. I don't know if you can see the shirt.
Never apologize for being dope. I love that shit.
So this is
It's a
from
great
Source,
shirt.
of course. I don't know whether you follow him, but
I
this is
do.
from him.
I
So did
do.
you see his joint about the I think Bout put out the top 30 female guest verses?
No, I didn't see that or his response to it. My
Yeah,
algorithm is fucking up.
it was definitely good. That makes me want to do the show a little bit different, but
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
yeah,
Send it to me
yeah,
or something.
we'll
Yeah.
segue into that. But yeah, our favorite feature verses.
Yes. So
Um,
I went with a nice little mix. I even went off book on my own assignment. So like our favorite, but I also mixed in some like, hey, these are really, really important features. You know what I mean? Like these are sort of legendary moments. You know, I kind of tried to mix it in.
okay, I went with songs that I really like,
Hmm.
and I hope that people didn't know them at all. There's
Yeah.
probably there's definitely 2 on here that people probably know, and then
Yeah.
you of course know I throw mine in there. Who kicked it off? Me or you?
I'll kick it off.
I did.
I'm gonna just go down in order because then I forget when I don't go in order. The Cool Breeze, Watch for the Hook, featuring Dungeon Family, probably one of my favorite features all time. Just everybody on there, and it's just I don't think there's a single song other than this where they're all on the same shit together. Like every single one of them, all the Goody Mob, all the Outkast, Witch Doctor, Breeze, all of them on one. You know, it's just shit just came out of nowhere.
So what was your criteria for what makes a feature?
Just me and y'all. Like
Okay.
this is my song and y'all on it on y'all on it.
Okay.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, because I had to distinguish between the feature and collaboration, if that makes sense sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Well, yeah, I think those count. And
okay.
anything where it's like more than one artist on there, you know what I'm saying? And I think they all did. I don't know the whole history of Cool Breeze, but I think Cool Breeze is the kid that's on Aquemini rapping from jail.
Mm,
Is it? I think is that's him. And so I feel like they all got together because that was the homie, and like that was his first like song to the world that people saw. So they all just got together to show the homie some love. Even Andre was on it. So Dungeon Family is the feature on there, even though it feels like a Dungeon Family song
yeah.
featuring him almost is how it feels. But technically it's a Cool Breeze featuring Dungeon, so that's why But anything that's a collaboration counts of any
Okay.
kind for me.
My first one is Desperados off the Firm
Oh
album
yeah, great fucking
featuring
choice.
Canibus.
That's a
Like,
great
yeah,
choice.
it's funny because I didn't know whether I wanted to pick what's the Canibus feature off of Lost Boys?
Oh yeah, Beast from the East.
Yeah, so I knew I was gonna pick one of his features, dog. Like easy.
Yeah. I
Canibus.
love that too because the Firm album is literally a feature album. Like they didn't need to put anybody on there, and then they got Nori on there, and then they had Canibus. I mean, you can understand why Nori came on there, but Canibus kind of came out of nowhere, and it was just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Because he was eating up features at that time.
and he was killing everything. They had to get him on there. That was crazy. All right, so my next one is gonna be because this dude is the current feature king is Kitchen Lights, West Shotgun and Stove Guard. That shit is
Okay.
Kitchen Lights. Like that shit is just everything about that record is incredible, man. And that shit. If you want to play one Stove Guard record to be like this is Stove Guard, right? Like the fact that hook is just so infectious and he's got a verse on there. Like this is if you could play one song to explain Stove God, it would be that. It would be that.
I'm
So
definitely a fan of Stove God, dog. Like
yeah.
for real.
For a minute, I was like, I'm tired of this, and then that only lasted like a month or two, and I was like, okay, I need to shut up because this is great.
All right, fuck it. Juvenile Hell. That's a Conway featuring Flea Lord.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big fan of Flea Lord. And
Yes,
Havoc on the
you
beat.
are.
And Havoc
Yep.
on the beat. So yeah.
Juvenile Hell. They shout out to the Mobb Deep album. Um, so probably if not the greatest feature of all time is top 2 or 3 is AZ on Life's a Bitch.
Easy.
Like just the dude he probably wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Keep Your Hands High. Tracy Lee
Oh,
featuring
of
Big.
course.
Bro.
Is that one of the ones you texted me?
Yes.
Because I tried to not even look at the list once you said you wasn't supposed to send it to me.
Yeah, definitely, dog.
One of the rare big features too. One of the rare big hip hop features, right?
Yeah.
Really...
Bro, every day I get mad that Tracy Lee album is not on Apple. And it's funny because I put that up as a story. Yeah. And he was like, "Yo, it's on Spotify." I'm like, I don't use Spotify.
We don't Spotify. Yeah, that's funny. It'll get there. He seems.
I need that album. All the Many Faces. Yeah. Oh, I love that album, dude.
Yeah, that shit's dope. And I was very surprised when I heard that shit. I was like, oh man, like this dude
embodied it though. Embodied it. And Tracy Lee had his own too. Like
Tracy Lee really did his thing on there. You know what I mean? He didn't get disrespected at all. All right, another one of the most important. So those first 3 were like my favorite. This one maybe isn't in the category of like, oh, this is one of my favorites, but I did like it a lot. And one of the most important features of all time was Lil Wayne on Bling Bling. Like, just catapulted him as a star. Coined the phrase bling. That record, you know what I'm saying, being so big. I could have also said him on Drop It Like It's Hot, but I chose the Bling Bling shit because we don't talk about it enough. And I just always like that song with them on the bridge. They all look so young, holding up their little chains and shit. Like that was the one where I was like, maybe I do like these guys. Yeah.
All right, Bad Meets Evil.
Oh.
Eminem featuring Royce.
Yeah, and then they made the album called Bad Meets Evil too.
Yeah,
and then
the EP you can't find. Doing this list really showed me that there's a lot of songs that I can't find on DSPs.
Yeah, man, because all of this shit was made before streaming. So they gotta come to terms. They gotta agree on who's getting paid and how. Busta Rhymes on Annie Up.
Wow.
One of the greatest features of all time.
Yeah, I wanted to pick Teflon, nigga.
Yeah, I know. It's like Teflon's verse doesn't even exist. We have said this on this show multiple times, but Teflon's verse is fucking hard. It's real fire. Teflon's nice. Yeah. I love Teflon. Yeah.
That's funny because you said Busta. I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, I really at this point I don't really care.
We could have put like 10 Busta shits on here because I was going to put Scenario on here.
I put the next shit. Pharoah Monch.
Oh, yeah.
Pharoah Monch on feature Busta Rhymes off the Eternal Affairs album. I fucking love that song, dog.
Yep. And then also there's the Simon Says remix had Busta Rhymes too. So also that. This one, I just like this one. I Ain't Never Scared remix, and it was a tie between Kiss and Cam for me. Because I love Cam's feature verse on there, and then I listened to it last night, and when Kiss shit came around, where he said something about like, let me blow the back of your brains out and see if you could think with your front. like a new single, make niggas leak for a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then what's the shit he said? He's like, if rap was sucker free, it'd just be me and my niggas left. Like Kiss got so many It's got so many quotes in there, and Cam's shit, cause like you know what I'm saying. The original Never Scared had three other right. It was Ti and it was
Mm.
Mike and Bone Crusher. So like in New York, the way they was playing it, you don't even know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? And then it's Cam's verse come first. Like, oh shit, like this is a new version. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was kind of. I know Bone Crusher's verse is different on the remix, but like the way they was mixing it, like
Mhm.
I think they mixed it a few times with the original Bone Crusher shit, and then they like spun in the camera and shit. The beat's not different, so it's like, oh shit, like they got on this. So the Cam set that shit off real nice.
Um, yeah, I'm really in the cut now. Scare Money,
And why do I know that song?
Styley featuring Kevin Durant.
Oh, yo,
Yo, Kevin
yes.
Durant, he floated on this joint,
He
man.
ate on that shit.
Yeah,
He ate on that
yeah.
shit. I
I
really
gotta give
enjoyed his
props.
verse.
I gotta give
Um,
props what they do, bro.
man, you fucking I forgot the Stally joint with De La Soul, man.
Mm.
Dave was still alive. Oh, Navajo Rugs. You know, I don't have that on the list, but Navajo, I guess it's on there now. Navajo Rugs, man, because like it's at the end of the album, it's at the end of the song. They just kind of come out of nowhere. You know, like you don't really know of any affiliation between them, and there isn't. You know, they just got on the joint. You know, and that shit was dope. Um, next, I got. It's it's ill crazy to be the best verse on this song, being who he was, but Nature on Banned from TV,
Yo,
best
when
verse on
you
the song,
said it's ill
best
to
verse
have
on
the
the
best
song.
verse on this song, I knew where you were going. I knew,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yes.
He
I
was the
love that.
least he was the least popular artist on that, and he absolutely has the best verse on that.
I love
Absolutely.
that shit.
I don't want to hear nobody say shit.
No argument here, dog. No argument here.
Yeah.
On some hometown shit. Song called Silk the Shocker by Noah O
Uh,
featuring Black Lit.
oh
No,
man, shout to both of them, man.
yeah, he went on a run with this Dead Stop. Where I think he's
Yeah,
putting out a Dead Stop album like every two
I
or three
remember those.
months. And this
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like the
yeah,
number 7. And this song,
yeah,
it went.
yeah. Shout to them. Shout to both of
You
them.
know what number we on? Because we'll keep going.
Huh?
Do you know what
Oh,
number we're on? Because we'll
I
keep
think
going.
one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven, and
Okay.
I got a bunch more. Um, Common on De La Soul, the business. He just stole
Okay.
that shit.
Okay.
He
Okay.
just stole that shit.
um mm, Sunday School. Benny the Butcher featuring 38 Special.
Mm,
And every single time 38 verse go off, I forget
mm,
that kiss on that bitch too. Because that's
mm.
how hard 38 went on this drive. I forget that kiss on that song also, dog. I
Fuck
think
with
this is
that
what
dude.
put me on to 38.
Right.
Imagine like I had so much homework to go do. Cause that's on
Mm.
like I forgot what album that's on. What is this? This is the plugs I
Got the
met.
shot.
This is the plugs I met. So
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
think it's Stab and Shot
That's
one
right.
already came out too. So I had like man, I definitely came a fan of 38 immediately. And it's off that song too.
Yeah. Another De La Soul joint with Redman.
Okay.
Redman on ooh, just
Ooh,
the hook. Just the hook, man. There's something to be said for features that are just the hooks,
Mhm.
and the hooks just take over the whole record. You know what I'm saying? And like Redman, and also just Redman and De La Soul coming together. It was so crazy.
All right. Yeah, I'll say mine for last. 85. That's Young Bloods featuring Big Boy.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Of
That
course.
song, man. Oh,
Love that
I
song.
love yeah. I was a Young
I,
Bloods fan too, so
Outkast and Youngbloods. That's a nice little connect. You
yeah.
know what I mean? From the same hoods and shit. Um, God did. DJ Khaled, Jay Z's
Mm.
verse on God did that. Jay Z's verse that shut down the internet for like a week because the shit was like 3 minutes long and it was like oh my. And the shit that he said on there too, like that shit is amazing,
My last one would be me.
yo.
Rhyme Book featuring Deuce Shizzle, song called Burn.
Yeah, go check for it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely one of my favorite songs that I've done. Like one of them times where I actually talked about something. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Shout out to that.
really fuck with
I
it.
gotta check for it. I have damn, I still had like four left. So I'll pick
You want
the
to throw
one out of the four is Shadowboxing, Jayz
one?
featuring Method Man.
Bro,
Method Man's feature on Shadowboxing is crazy.
I'm not gonna say that song put me onto hip hop or put me onto meth or put me onto woo, but I think it did either one of those or all of those. Shout out to my nigga Brandon, like that special technique. Yeah.
And the way it comes after Fourth Chamber, it's just like the whole shit, man. That
Because
Liquid
it
Swords.
was on the other side of a single.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. It also it made the rounds on mixtapes before the album came out. It was one of the street singles. It got because Liquid Swords was the first single.
Run down your other three real quick.
The other three that I had was Kodak on Lockjaw with French Montana. I love that shit. 50 on Hate It or Love It, and the one that maybe people should know was Tony Siegel, the Ghostface Killer featuring Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel's verse on there. It's the Broad Street bully and the killer with no face. My Mac clips burn like tequila with no chase. Like they sounded so ill together, yo. And the way Starks just came out on that, it's the first song on the album, and like Beanie Siegel and Ghostface on a song together. I was like, oh god, like I literally bought the album just for that song.
My last one was what's Coogee Rap on the Realest.
Of course, yeah, you texted that one.
Jayz on Pregame, Sauce Money, and then I didn't even think about it.
But your album lack is more Jay-Z.
Yeah. I didn't think about it till you just said it. Kodak Black, was that Silent Hill off Kendrick album?
Yes, I love that shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Got these niggas that be like, That's what he says, right? Niggas be like, yeah. He's got 2 features on there. It's the most random shit ever. You know why? Do you know why? Apparently Kendrick and Kodak go to the same therapist. That's what I heard. That Kendrick and Kodak go to the same therapist. So that's how he got on there twice. Because they just like knew each other through that.
We talking about rap, nigga. God damn. That's
what I saw. Nigga. That could be wrong, but that's what I saw.
Yo, that's a bar on so many levels. Like, nigga, we all need therapy.
Yeah.
Kodak Black got a therapist. Like it's just so many.
Thank God.
But yeah, man, as always, enjoy these joints, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we get to talking about rap, something in my world.
Hold on, yeah.
Do you know anything about the flag football situation going on today?
No.
As far as the pros playing flag all-stars?
So I seen Brady was tossing around some joints yesterday. So tell me more.
So you know there's a lot of talk in the flag community about the fact that the NFL now wants to let pro players, and now that's all people care about is the pro players and not really understanding. Like for one, flag football is a completely different sport.
Right.
And for two, y'all just gonna let NFL players just come play this shit and represent us in the Olympics? Like we ain't been putting in the work type shit. So
right, like the 3-on-3 joint, they didn't get NBA players. You know, like they got Jimmer, right? Like Jimmer plays 3-on-3. They call it 3x3. I was like, niggas 3-on-3. And Jimmer was like, yeah, you know, it's a different sport and blah blah blah. So 3-on-3 in the Olympics was not played by NBA niggas. They played it with 3-on-3 cats.
Yeah, and that's kind of what flag football players are saying. And and it's funny, so it comes all disrespectful from flag football players when they say this is a different sport. And niggas like, nigga, it's football. The NFL players gonna crush y'all. So we're like, all right, let's lace them up there. So we finally get.
So they play them.
Yeah, they play them day at 3:00. It's like 2 NFL teams. The NFL team got some, most of them got veterans or some retired players and a couple of celebrities. And the flag is just the flag all-star players that's been representing the USA for the last 4 or 5 years. So
I like that.
It was just curious to see how much of something that dominates my world makes it out into somebody else's world that I deal with on a regular basis.
I like it that they want the smoke.
Rocking with the all-season series, we appreciate you. We've already taught the GMs, OGs, and girls coaches. Still got 2 more combos coming your way, plus more. There's always more. Now I'm talking about.
We already told y'all who to watch. Now the season started, and everybody got something to prove. Sunday morning recap coming back. Now I'm talking about.